Today we're going to take a peek at a full training session finishing on breakaways from the book U14 Elite Sessions. So stick around, we'll get right into it. The first exercise is to get the players warmed up to shoot. First, line B is 30 yards from goal and line A is 25 yards out, 10 yards away from line B. Lines C and D are set up in the same way on the other side. Lines A and B work together, while lines C and D work together as well. The first player from line A passes to the first player in line B. Line B dribbles to goal and finishes. The line A player then follows his pass and gets in line B. Immediately after the shot, line C passes to D, who then dribbles and shoots. The exercise keeps rotating back and forth at speed. After a set amount of time, lines should switch sides so they can receive from the other direction as well as finish. Coaching points. Proper striking technique and the choice of the use of the top of the foot or the inside or outside of the foot when shooting on goal. Attack the goal at speed. Make a positive first touch towards goal. The coach should keep the line sizes at a minimum, which will allow the players to get a lot of repetitions in a short amount of time. The coach can also have a few keepers on ready, that way one keeper doesn't get worn out with the exercise because of how many shots he will be taking. In exercise 2, we're going to build from exercise 1. It's the same setup as before, but now there are 2 flags added. The passer now makes a pass and sprints to the flag, touches it, and then becomes a recovering defender. The flag is set up 4 yards away from the line. A few progressions to the exercise. Lines switch which side of the goal they are on in order to work on the opposite foot. Another progression is passing line picks the ball up in the hands and does a throw in to the other line, so the player must make a controlling touch out of the air. The receiving player must now work to make a touch out of the air that puts themselves ahead of the recovering defender. The coaching points for the exercise. Proper striking technique and the choice of using the top of the foot, or inside of the foot or outside of the foot when shooting at goal. Attack the goal quickly to get the shot off before the defender can recover. If the defender is catching up, then attempt to cut off their run by weaving in front of the player to buy yourself time to get the shot off. If the defender does catch up, be creative, use moves to create a small space to get the shot off. The players need to remember that in a breakaway situation, you need to work to get the shot off quickly before multiple defenders can catch up in a game. In exercise 3, the coach has all the balls and serves the ball in to start the game. 2 teams play 4 versus 4. Players play in a middle zone with an area 30 yards long by 25 yards wide. Each end has a 20-yard end zone. Teams must connect 4 passes in the middle zone before they can enter the attacking end zone. The defending team cannot enter the zone when the attacking team goes in. This creates a 1 versus 1 breakaway on goal. If the player scores on the breakaway or if the keeper makes a save, the play is then done and the coach will serve a new ball into play. After the 4 passes, players can enter the end zone by dribbling or passing. The progression for this game is this. The coach can have 1 defender enter the defensive zone to defend, but only after the ball has crossed the line first. Coaching points. Once the passes are made, look to attack the goal quickly. The breakaway should be at speed, not at a slow pace. In exercise 4, it's the same setup, except now we have added 2 neutral players. Players no longer have to connect 4 passes before going into the final third, but the pass must be made into the zone before a player can go into the zone. In other words, a player can no longer dribble into the final zone. If a player goes into the zone before the pass, then he is called for offsides. The coach then plays a new ball to the opposite team. As with any exercise, the coach has the ability to change the size of the field or the size of the thirds to increase the amount of space between the goal and the line of cones. This way, players will have a bit more space to make the run at the keeper. Coaching points. All the same coaching points as before, but now when you make the pass into the final third, players need to think about the timing of the run into the final third to stay onside. The training session finishes with a regular game without any restrictions. You can find this session inside U14 Elite Sessions at elitetrainingbooks.com. This is Todd. I'll see you later.